The dust motes in the afternoon sun danced like forgotten promises in my small room, illuminating the pile of textbooks I hadn't truly touched in years. A master's in physics. The degree sat on my shelf, a heavy, silent accusation. I was 23, and the echo of wasted time, of potential squandered, hummed louder than any cicada outside my window. What had I done wrong? What colossal mistakes had I made that I was still paying for them with every shred of happiness, peace, and hard-earned money? Perhaps it started with him, the relationship a slow poison that seeped into every corner of my life during my master's years. It had felt like love, or at least a desperate need for connection, but it was a suffocating bind. His calls, his incessant texts, the way he'd track me on the quiet fury if I dared to suggest going out with anyone except him. My brain, once sharp and hungry for scientific truths, became a battlefield of anxiety, drained of all energy. There was no space left for quantum mechanics or statistical analysis, only for the endless, exhausting dance around his insecurities. After my master's, adrift and unsure, I tentatively explored the world of machine learning. Coursera seemed like a safe first step, a gentle dip of the toe. That's when he, for years my senior and a working professional, stepped in with his grand, unsolicited gesture. He forcefully bought me a DSML course from Scalar, 3 lakh rupees. The relationship, already crumbling under the weight of his control, finally splintered last October. I couldn't take the mental torture anymore. The breakup was brutal. His family, a chorus of venom, verbally abused me, piling shame upon shame. I was unemployed, adrift, with few friends in real life to catch me. I don't know how I managed to exist through those weeks, but somehow I did. Then, the true measure of him. As soon as we broke up, he shamelessly started asking for money, demanding those emails. My father, who had never agreed to the course in the first place, who believed only in traditional academic paths, took the responsibility. Without a word of blame, without a single question about the specifics. He started paying those monthly installments, even repaying the previous EMEs to him. A debt of gratitude, a weight of sacrifice, added to the existing burden. Months blurred into a relentless grind. I pushed myself, fueled by a frantic need to justify that enormous financial outlay. I devoured Python, SQL, Excel, Tableau. The core tools of data analytics became my desperate companions. Recently, I'd even started delving into machine learning. The complexities of algorithms, a welcome distraction from the chaotic reality of my life. In March, a tiny flicker of hope. An internship at a small business. 6 days a week, a 2-hour commute each way, 4 peanuts. The director wanted to set up an ERP system and needed my assistance. I poured what little energy I had into it. But soon, he realized it was too complicated without an expert. He became avoidant. The ERP project stalled. I tried to study in the office, to apply for other jobs, but my efficiency was a shadow of what it should have been. The first week of May brought a new directive. Learn PHP, the director said, explaining the ERP was on hold. I agreed, relieved to have a clear task. 2 days later, he asked me to learn Llama instead. Again, I agreed, trying to be enthusiastic. But then, 2 more days passed, and the co-director dropped the hammer. No work, no pay. When I mentioned what the other director had told me, he simply replied, "Yes, learn at home." The betrayal tasted bitter. Both directors held equal shares. Neither would cross the other. And I knew, with a sinking certainty, that my lead director had likely orchestrated this. I remembered his clear eye contact. The laptop you are given from office is an old one, and the local models will run a bit slow on this. But it would be enough for now for your exploration. Later I'll think about investing in this area. He'd set me up. The past few weeks have been a battle. I tried to upskill, to network, but the first 2 weeks were lost to sheer exhaustion. Now, June 16th, my rejoining date, looms. The thought of walking back into that office of faking normalcy makes me sick to my stomach. The thought of losing even this precarious position, of failing my father, is a gnawing fear. What sin have I committed? Why am I burning in this hell? The questions echo in the silent nights, consuming my energy, my peace. Regrets and anxiety are a suffocating blanket, and I just want to breathe.